Are you looking for ways to make your retrospectives more effective? In this series, we're exploring 50 questions that you can ask at your next Scrum retrospective that will challenge your team to think beyond the box and identify better Kaizens that will propel your Scrum team forward. Today, we're looking at 4 questions that focus on 2 key areas. Are you connected to your customer and vision? And how effectively is your Scrum team communicating? One quick aside. If you've been following along, you might notice that this series has moved over from our Sagayo channel. I'm the CEO and Chief Product Owner for Sagayo Studios, and Sagayo focuses on 3 key value streams: management and leadership coaching, Scrum training and Scrum coaching, and custom software development. To better clarify our message, we're moving our various content to different channels to better lock in on our certain audiences. Chris's Agile will be our outlet that provides power-ups for your Scrum teams. In future sprints, we'll create other content channels to deliver insights and thought leaderships across our other value streams. So enough of that. You've come here to learn about how to power up your Scrum game. So let's get started with another episode of 50 questions to ask at your next Scrum retrospective. Let's get started with our first 2 questions. And when you ask these 2 questions, you want to be sure to have your product owner in the room. If you aren't already doing this, then you really should. Your product owner is part of the Scrum team and is critically important in delivering problem-solving solutions that your customers love. So the first question we're going to ask is this: in what ways do we benefit our customers during this sprint? One of the skills of a great product owner is her ability to connect the team with its customers. Now, before you say, Chris, my team is an internal team, we don't actually have customers. Let me stop you there. Every team is creating solutions that someone is going to use. Just because they're an internal company employees does not mean that those users aren't customers. Great product owners connect their teams to the people that are impacted by the solutions that that team provides. So checking in with your team and ensuring that they can effectively connect the work that they did during the sprint with how it will change the world of their customers is exceptionally beneficial in ensuring that that team focuses on outcomes and not just output. If your team can't focus on specific examples of how their customers' lives are better because of the outcome of this last sprint, then follow up with 3 things for them to consider. 1, do they have a great understanding of the problems their customers are experiencing and how they are solving those problems? 2, were the product backlog items that the team committed to in the last sprint valuable? Are they working on the things that the customers are asking for and solving problems that the customers are experiencing? And 3, are they releasing frequently enough? One of the reasons your team might be able to provide benefit in the last sprint to the customer is that they didn't actually get the work released to the customer. Please make sure that they remember principle number 1 of the Agile Manifesto. Their highest priority is the early and frequent delivery of valuable solutions. So question number 6 in the series and number 1 in the video is this: in what ways do we benefit our customers during this sprint? It will spark conversation around customer understanding and could result in a Kaizen that will aid your product owner as they fulfill their role of maximizing the value delivered by the Scrum team. Our next question is similar, but takes a slightly different approach. One of the tools that a product owner delivers is a clear vision. This vision inspires and motivates the team, and it helps that team understand how they impact the world. This vision drives purpose. One of the 3 things that Dan Pink in his book Drive says is critical to increasing engagement is purpose. The second question of the day is, in what ways do we push the product vision forward in this sprint? While you want to ensure the team is focused, the product owner should have some understanding of the team's target destination. And while the specific route will change, and even that destination might change, the act of succinctly communicating this vision to the team will help motivate and allow practical input and innovation that the product owner can use to prioritize her backlog. The product owner has a lot of tools and techniques available to them to create and communicate this vision. Whether it be something like the Lean Canvas by Ash Mayora, the Product Vision Board by Roman Piccolo, or Sagayo's Dream Canvas Board, powerful product owners deliver and frequently communicate vision to the team, and great teams focus their effort on meeting that vision. So question number 7 in the series and number 2 in the video is this: in what ways did we push the product vision forward in the sprint? The goal is to ensure that your team understands the product vision and is actively working on that vision. Next, let's pivot to something that Scrum Masters spend a lot of their time working to improve: effective communication. Communication is difficult. We know that the reason there's often such a high failure rate and on-time delivery of projects is that the act of creation, especially the kind of invention and creation that we see Scrum teams do, is one of the hardest things we do as humans. For people that speak Klingon, working with people that speak French, trying to deliver something in Latin, it's just hard, and effective communications take work. So, our next question is this: what were our greatest communication struggles that occurred in the last sprint? Communication is hard. Taking time to assess your team's ability to communicate is vital to continuous improvement. Ensure that your team addresses the elephants in the room. Are there specific things that are limiting your team's ability to communicate? If so, get those things out in the open and work through them. Our next question is just the other side of the coin. What are 2 ways that we can improve our team's ability to communicate? This question will force each person on the team to come up with potential Kaizens or experiments that they can do to get better. Communication is an Achilles heel of high-performing teams. Unless they're good at it, they will never reach their full potential. But getting good at it takes practice. And if you're like so many teams in the past months, you're likely finding the added problem of having to communicate remotely for the first time. Scrum Masters, give your team time and support to work on this. Product owners, prioritize this effort and give space to address and improve your team's effectiveness and how they communicate. And here's a specific ask. Do you have any useful tools that you use to help improve your team's communication? If so, please comment below. Let us see what's working well for others so that we can all improve our Scrum game. Questions 8 and 9 in the series are this: what were our greatest communication struggles that occurred in this sprint? And what are 2 ways we can improve our team's ability to communicate? If you aren't providing a focus on effective communication, then your team could be missing out on some great opportunities to get better at what they do. So that wraps this episode of Questions to Ask at a Scrum Retrospective. Connecting your team to their customers, a strong vision, and giving them space to grow their ability to communicate will go a long way to improving their ability to deliver highly valuable solutions to your customers. Are you finding this series helpful? Do you want to find other ways to power up your Scrum game? Then subscribe and check out my other videos, or follow my company, Sagayo, and learn more about how we help our customers innovate and create solutions that solve their customers' problems. Do you have a specific question or issue that you would like coaching on that you think could help others? Comment below or reach out on my website, chrisisagile.com. I can't wait to see you next time, and thank you for joining episode number 4 of Questions to Ask at a Retrospective.